Okay. Ach, seks genatani. Itami top. Thursday. Venus's Day. The 21st of... Oh, shit. All of a sudden went into code. The 21st of December 2023, in the lunar cycle, Misamiko Gomiatos, the long night's moon. Oh, what is it, my girl? Taylor and I are just getting our day started. It is pre-dawn here, obviously, about 10 minutes to 8 in the morning. And last night, pretty late, we got notification that I have a animal in one of my traps, a raccoon in one of my traps here on the south side. So first things first, we're picking up that raccoon. Then we have to go over to the cemetery. Hey, we have to go to the cemetery and check out the vole traps, see if we've caught any voles overnight. And then we have to go to the Wastewater treatment center, where I have another couple of raccoon traps set up. I need to rebait those. The raccoons have pulled my bait out of there, so I'm gonna zip tie some bait in there this time so that they won't be able to do that again. These raccoons around here are getting pretty trap smart. And then after the Wastewater treatment center, we will go release the raccoon that we're picking up right presently, and finally me and Taylor will go take a walk somewhere. So that is the big set of plans for the morning. Have to be back to the house before noon because Mahoney has somebody coming to appraise the house again for her finance, whatever she's putting together finance-wise to try to take care of the issue with her loan. So I got to be there before noon, and we'll see where the day takes us from there, what else comes around this morning. But yeah, we got kind of a busy round this morning. Got a few updates to offer, and hey, get off of there. Get off of there. I need to get something from there. My Taylor. You just hang tight. You're going to get out in a little bit. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. No, you just hang tight. I'm going to go pick up a raccoon. Alright. Let's see. I'll need a little cat food for my next trap. Don't have to lock my truck because anybody who thinks they're gonna break into my truck must be insane. It's a big old Rottweiler in there. Alright, I might as well get this trap prepared. Something's going on. Lots of sirens this morning in our little town. Alright. Let's go pick up our caught member. The neighbor here has lots of cameras. You can see he even, look at his security. He's got like these shields that come down over his windows and everything. This guy's got a ton of cameras, and he says he sees 3 raccoons. So this will be number 2 at this residence. I'm gonna leave another trap here so that we can pick up the 3rd. Go through the garage to get to this one. morning. Hey there.
That's you, little guy.
Oh yeah. Now he gets angry though. They're cute and then they start
You
snarling.
got me another one, good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's disturbed up there, though, you know.
Like it's what? Oh, it's like he
Doesn't
broke
look
through?
like
I wonder if he's...
I couldn't see very good at night, but it doesn't look really too disturbed. Or does it? I didn't have a proper light.
No, it really doesn't.
So I don't think he came from inside.
No, I don't think so. You're right. It's
So that's all good news to me.
That is.
I hope there's not any other.
Well, I bet there's a third one like your neighbor said he's been seeing on the cameras.
Yeah.
But so we'll leave the trap in case.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't look like they're coming in and out of here.
No,
So.
that's for sure. So I'm kind of
Hey, you.
poor little thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will stay in touch over. I'll let him finish peeing here.
He's stressed,
Yeah, he's right scared.
but he's so cute.
Yeah.
His tail looks different than the other one, like it's got stripes on it, like black and
Yeah, they normally do have stripes.
I
Striped
didn't
tail.
know if the other one did though.
Huh.
I thought it was all a light gray color, but
No. All right. Okay, so
thank you very much.
you bet.
I'll get to the
Thank you. All right. Okay, put him in the back of the truck. Or her, I should say. I bet it's a female. I bet these are 3 sisters. So I put her in the back of the truck, head to the cemetery. It's the Blackfoot. I asked my friend, Dwayne Mistaken Chief. I asked him, how do you say cemetery in Blackfoot? It's where we're laid. Hey, if something's just laying out there, it's where we lay ourselves. So this is what they're having problem with voles making trails, you know, through here in the graves and stuff, and basically digging under some of the headstones, you know. Like this, they're living under the headstones. So I've been asked to trap and move them, these voles. See if I got anybody. I don't know. Of course not. I had been trapping along the fence line under the trees, and all I've been getting have been pretty much deer mice. There was one day when I got a couple of voles in there with a deer mouse, and things went really badly south. Like they don't get along, to say the least. I forgot to grab my bucket. If there is a vole, I gotta dump it in the bucket. I'll grab that before we go check the other 2 traps. But yeah, I've moved them off of the tree line now into the grass to see if I can catch the animals that are actually making these trails and not just a bunch of deer mice. And we'll see. I'm confident I can, but we'll see if we got any this morning. Seems to be every time I bring the camera here to the cemetery, I got nothing. If I just come by myself, I got 3 or 4 animals to move. All right, I got another couple of boxes out this way. Right here. Anybody in here? Oh yes, I got someone. Good. But I saw a long tail, which means it's probably another deer mouse rather than a vole still, but let's see. Let's see, I'm gonna pop him in the bucket here quick. Yeah, he's a deer mouse. Sorry, let's see, make sure I got enough bait left here. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll just reposition that again. This is one of the places where they're going underneath a grave. See right in here in this flower base thing. So I'm gonna keep that there another night. And we got one more box down this way somewhere to check real quick. Let's see. Where did I put that box? Hold on, we'll find it. Oh, I think it might have been one more row of graves back that way, actually, rather than closer over here. Itest Sutspi, where we're laid, where we lay ourselves. Oh yes. Oh yes, I can see my box. This one has a nice window, so I can actually see if I've got anything in there right from the top. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, see, they're going right underneath these grave headstones and shit. I don't know. I'll open it up here with the bucket just in case. I don't see anything in there though. No, I'm gonna put a little bit more peanut butter in this one. Quick here. Get some stronger smell going. And leave it back here on this trail coming out from under this grave again. We'll see what happens. All right. Cap that guy. We'll release him where we go release the raccoon. But first, Wastewater Treatment Center and rebaiting the traps over there. Wastewater Treatment Center, and it's kind of hard to breathe here, to tell you the truth. Pretty stinky, as you can imagine. All of the city's poo-poo coming here. I really like the humor of the people that work here, though, you know. I like ask them, how's work going? Oh, it's been pretty shitty. Hey, little guy. I gotta try to get this other cage out of here quick. So I'm thinking I'm gonna switch out, use one of these, use this cage instead of one of the ones I'm using out here. Let's see, where's my traps? Yeah, you don't want to breathe through your nose while you're visiting this facility. All right. Aha. That one I think came close. This one too is turned over though. Alright. Actually, I'm going to take this little one out of the circulation, I think, because it's just too tiny. Well, it can catch a raccoon, but that raccoon's going to be feeling a little claustrophobic. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute and just work these traps. Basically, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of fancy feast, feline fancy feast, and I'm going to zip tie these fancy feasts into the back of the trap so that they cannot remove them, because they're figuring out how to remove them, aren't you? You guys are getting too smart. Alright, I'm going to do that and I'll show it to you. Alright, so you can see how it's set up now. This is really the setup I should always try to use with raccoons, because too many times they turn my shit over and get the bait and this and that. Putting a heavy rock on top and zip tying the bait inside the trap. It's really the easy way to avoid that. So, hopefully, the next few days we'll catch a raccoon. Let's see. Alright, let's go let go of this one raccoon and mouse that we have. Scoot over, my Tay. We're almost to the walk. Just wait. Gonna get me? Gonna get me? Finally done with our trapping and such for the morning. I mean, not that it took a long time. What was it, Tay? Maybe an hour's worth of work or so. And now we're at her off-leash coulee exploration area in Upper Pops, and I like to take her here. I can see a long distance, and if anybody's got their dogs or what have you, I can avoid an encounter. Not that Taylor has any issue with other dogs. She is so friendly with other dogs, other people. But she does have an issue with listening to me if I call her to me. So if somebody's got a dog and they're like, my dog is not friendly, I can't get Taylor back. So right now I'm using the stay away from others technique. I need to start bringing her to some of the dog parks though, and socializing with others and teaching her to come when I don't want her to continue going forward somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to take a little walk here, but I thought I'd give a few updates. First off, I have been in communication with the lawyer for Fairstone Financial, who are the ones that are suing me over my house, over Mahoney's loan. So the lawyer basically told me, if you have a offer for Fairstone, if you have an offer, I'll communicate it to them. And I told him, well, I don't have an offer as yet, but I would make one if I knew, what kind of offer to make at this point. I want to be transparent. So here's the dealio. Both Adrian, Mahoney, and myself are working to refinance. I'm hoping that her refinancing goes through, because that would mean that she takes over, that she takes her loan back on herself, and I can not have to worry about it, other than it's leveraged on the house again. But that's just how it's going to have to be. Either way, either if she refinances or if I refinance, it's going to be leveraged on the house again. And if she refinances, it keeps my payments from going up, right? So That's the way I'd prefer it, but we'll see. And failing either of those, I'm willing to talk to Fairstone about making some kind of payment arrangement, and that I can afford to get them paid. But I don't want to lose my house, which isn't saying I'm not going to lose my house, because as my legal advice told me, legally I'm hooped, you know. Even at this point, because of the default, they have every legal right to ask for the foreclosure of that house and the sale and blah blah, and they can do it quickly as they can find a buyer and this kind of thing. I don't know. But like I said before, I've got a plan B for that scenario. A plan B-1 and B-2. And we'll see how that goes. But I have to have a plan B so that I don't get too overwhelmed, because I have been, of course, very anxious about it, right? And unfortunately, I think my anxiety and all of this is having a ripple. It's affecting people, and that's another part of the update I wanted to give, because last Thursday, you remember I produced a video. It was on Lily's birthday, and the little girl that is Chris's niece, and I ended the video with us at the Wear 'em Out, indoor jungle gym for kids. But we were supposed to end up going to a kind of a birthday party for Lily after that, and then going to a play in Fort McLeod. The reason neither of those segments showed up on the video was because they didn't happen for us. As it turned out, right after Wear 'em Out, Chris decided she needed to go to the emergency room, and she was having a heart pain of some kind, and she needed to have it looked after. In fact, she'd been having the heart pain for over a day already, and it started even before that. On that Tuesday before that, she had kind of an anxiety attack, and I know I had something to do with that attack, and because she was also treating me strangely, like distantly a little bit. Like, she left on Tuesday because she was having this anxiety attack. Because I was in some way related to it, she left the house to go be by herself for a little bit. I wasn't the full source of the attack. She had problems at work. She was having anxiety over her niece and nephew, and their dispositions and stuff. But there was some level of it at home too, and I'm sure that has to do in part with a transfer of my own energy. And because I've been, Chris has come to be with me at a time when I've just got my home back and have found out I'm under threat of having it taken away again. And, I had a recent breakup that I've been mourning and depressed over and stuff. And so she's got me at probably the most high anxiety, low mood, point in my life. And that's got to have an effect on her and others in my household too. And that's why, I've been working to try to pull myself out of it. And I'm doing pretty good at this point. Like right now, last few days I've been totally high spirits. I'm not in so much fear or anxiety anymore about the house being taken, although when it comes to that point, if it comes to that point, I don't know how it's going to affect me. I'm hoping that by having my plan Bs and stuff, I'll kind of have a good energy moving into whatever's next, whether it be a feral on the road traveler homelessness kind of thing, or whether it be moving into that place that's been offered to me on the blood reserve, or whatever might happen next. But I'm hoping what happened next is I just stay in my house. But meanwhile, yeah, I've had this high anxiety, and I've been well, not moody. I've never treated anybody in my household that's currently there. I've never had any issues with them or anything, treated them weird or anything like that. But I'm having issues, and I'm sure that if that would affect Chris at the very least. And so on the Tuesday, she started having this anxiety attack. She left for a little bit, came back, got ready for work, and went to work again. Was having a heart pain, and then Wednesday, that pain was increasing, and by Thursday, Chris is thinking, I need to go to the hospital. This is something wrong, And so, but we had a full day of a lineup of stuff on Thursday, so I think she was just trying to push through, even though that's a bad idea. And she's trying to do everything for everybody and nothing for herself. And yeah, you always gotta serve yourself first, hey? Even in ceremony, that's done. So she ended up going to the hospital. They gave her EKG, they gave her blood tests. They were figuring that first night that she must have some kind of blockage causing this pain. And so they shot a bunch of blood thinners into her stomach and then sent her home for the night, but with orders to come back early the next morning for a CT scan. So she did that. The CT scan didn't show anything. So either the blood thinners did the work and cleared out whatever was there. And by Friday, at some point, Chris started feeling good again. She didn't have the pain, and she started getting her energy back. Her physical energy had gone way down. She was kind of thinking maybe she did have a blockage in there, and that the blood thinners might have cleared it. But after the CT scan, when she went to go see her doctor, her regular family doctor, with all of the analysis and diagnosis, his thoughts were that it's an anxiety issue, and so he is treating it as such. And it probably is anxiety related, but I don't know what that pain was. That's not good. And then on top of that, I think even if it's anxiety related, that anxiety is probably Ryan related. And even though when I brought that up to Chris, I'm like, am I already breaking your heart? She's like, shut up. It's not you, it's work and family, this and that, but it's me too. So I got to work on really keeping myself in the better headspace so that I don't pull her down. But also, like where I am and what's happening in my life, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be in any better headspace for the immediate short term. And given that, I don't know, I worry about Chris. But yeah, that went on, and then added to that, our roommate, our downstairs roommate, who has been trying to get custody of her son returned to her from her mom and sister, or her family. She went to court on that same Thursday when all of this was going down, and she lost. Well, she didn't lose, but she didn't get what she wanted. She thought that day it was going to be done. She was going to get her custody. But in fact, her family ended up asking the whole thing to be moved into mediation through the kind of peacemakers program, a tribal program, for settling things, in a way that's not based on mainstream culture. And funny thing is that my roommate had actually asked for that to begin with, and the family had refused, but maybe because they were set to lose the actual legal battle, they've turned around and asked for that mediation, and the court, as they typically will, has granted that mediation. And so it's another whole process for my roommate, and who knows what kind of custody arrangement she'll end up having. But that's, you know, I can't even imagine being a mother. Like, that's my child that came out of my body, and now, even though I had a problem before, and there was a reason for that child being taken care of by other members of my family for a bit, but I don't have that problem anymore, and I'm stable, and I'm working, and I'm trying to pull my life together, and my son is part of my life, and I want him back. It just, you know, like, I don't know. I get because like what Chrissy's told me and stuff about dealing with similar situations, I get why family members might be reluctant to return the child. But, you know, in this case, I mean, she really is, my roommate really is squared away working as a teacher, and she's got a nice place to live, and it feels like she's just being punished at this point for something that she's already had plenty of punishment for. Self-punishment and others' punishment. She lost a house. She lost her whole, you know, husband and her boy for a while. It's enough. Anyway. So, yeah, things were kind of dark there at the end, and scary too. In the end of the week there and over the weekend. But now we're all back. Seems like we're all got our heads straight again, and the household is doing good. So that's my updates on the personal side for the last little bit. So I gotta pretty much head back soon. I need to stop at my optometrist and order some more contact lenses for my one eye. But then I'm going to tail it home and prepare to have Mahoney over with her appraiser, and we'll see what else the afternoon brings. Pretty good morning so far, though.